Hello. All right, so we are live on Facebook, and of course, this replay will be available to you. So don't worry if you cannot make it, because sometimes our day is just so crazy busy. So I just want to introduce myself. My name is Rachel Feldman. I help coaches just like you to strategically build your business, but doing it from an intuitive place. That means soul marketing. That means soul sales. That means a soulful business that really serves your clients in the way that they need. Pretty cool. So what we're going to talk about today, and before I even get into that, if you look even in the description section here, and if you go actually to our events on the left-hand side on Facebook, you will see that we are rocking a webinar on November 16th about how to truly create your intuitive sales funnel, how to do a sales funnel in less than 15 minutes, and how to really figure out from this intuitive, soulful place what is right for your business and what your clients really need. Too often, I think that, we think we should do something. For example, we think that we need to put shopping tours or workshops on our Work With Me. But maybe that doesn't apply really to our personality. Or we think we're supposed to rock an online program because everyone's doing that. Or because everyone says, that's how you're going to really get seen and get known. Well, not for everyone. For some people, it's you building authority so that you get more strategy sessions. For some of you, it is about doing webinars or evergreen webinars to get more strategy sessions. Not everyone wants to rock an online program. And some of you are doing that and you're spinning your wheels and you're not feeling happy or you're feeling overwhelmed. And now, understand this. There is an essential part of doing things that make us feel uncomfortable. True change and transformation in any business happens when we push ourselves. But if you're pushing yourself to do something that is not in alignment with who you are as a person, then that is where we really need to step back into that intuitive place. How often do we not listen to our gut? And then we feel pulled, our chakras aren't aligned, we're not grounded, and we're like, really should have listened to my gut. I did that for a long time. In the beginning of my health coaching business, I was in that, I should do this, everyone else is doing this, fill in the blank. So if you feel that same way, drop in, yeah, I feel that I should be doing this, or I think that I should be doing that. But really at the end of the day, I want you, and this is what I'm going to teach you how to do on the webinar, about how to really figure out and navigate your business from a soulful place. Because when that happens, there is always alignment. And when you are truly aligned with your niche, what they need, and your business, you will convert clients to paid sessions. You will convert potential clients to a group, online or offline, or maybe you never want to do groups. But I want you to think right now, and we're going to go deeper into this on the webinar, what do you really want for your business? What's missing in your business that's stopping you from getting to this next place? What do you need that is possibly missing in your sales funnel? Not just the individual sales funnel, but your whole business. I want you to dig really deep and think about that before we jump into today's webinar. So bear with me as I share my screen. And here we go. Okay, let me just get into the slideshow. All right, guys, so how to niche your business and create a 3-tier Work With Me. Now, I just want to tell you what we are doing on this webinar. Brace yourself, because we are diving in deep. And that means if you have been stuck, feeling confused, invested anywhere from $5,000 to go to school, to maybe 20, 30, 40, 50,000, and you're not seeing the ROI that you need, you got to make some changes. All right. So let's talk about what we need to do today. First off, let's just cover how you niche. Now, I have an entire masterclass on yourhealthcoachbiz.com about how to niche, because this is so vital, guys. I know we want to go into that next level, want to launch plan and want to do an evergreen webinar. But if you don't know your niche at the most foundational level, how can you message? So remember, you have your niche. You probably have a few niches. And I know that we always hear this, I need to pick one niche. But let's give an example. If you work with women who are struggling with an autoimmune between the ages of 35 to 50, which of course, I'll get into this in a second, between the ages of 35 to 50, and you developed a step-by-step program and system to help them go from exhaustion and anxiety and fatigue and digestive distress to 1, 2, 3. What are those 4 results that they're looking for? That maybe is one niche, autoimmune. But let's just talk about this, because this is where everyone gets confused. Within that one niche, what are the other pain points? That's where your sub-niche even comes in. Well, those women have digestive issues. They could have sugar cravings, sleep issues, hormonal issues, because when you say 35 to 50, sometimes you don't need to define this. You're going to attract, when you're in soul alignment, with the very woman who you are going to attract, because mostly your story. But in that 35 to 55, what starts to happen? Perimenopause, menopause, sugar imbalance if hormones are off. This sugars and the hormones are so tied in, guys. For any of you who are functional medicine practitioners, you know this. For any of you who have even gone through this yourself, especially when there's an autoimmune, there's layers. So these women might have pain points, and they can also fall into, let's call them group niches, different groups that still feed into the same niche. Is everyone on the same? Is everyone understanding? If you're a health coach, drop a 1 and say number 1 health coach in the comments. And if you're on the same page, knowing that you might have a few different niches and you're like, how do I navigate this? Drop a 2 if you agree that within one niche, you can have those different groups that feed in. So you could have the autoimmune, but maybe that same niche still has the pain point of sugar. And even though that is its own niche, it may not be your main focus, but it's still a niche. Women with sugar issues who have an autoimmune, that can be a very specific niche group. So the first question you always want to be asked is, who are your people? Where are they hanging out? What do they do? This woman on the right, perfect example of a sales page. If I worked with corporate women, powerhouse women, bold and beautiful, magnificent and divine, this is a picture, an image. And the copy, the verbiage, and the messages would be for that busy woman. If I worked with busy women who are moms, I would have pictures and messages. A woman who's there with her children at night, reading, or one on a hip and another one with groceries, because it's a busy mom who maybe does work corporate. So I would have a picture of a mom tired or drinking coffee, because that mom who is busy, we all know the pain points if you're a mom. But if I was working with families, I would show different pictures. That still falls under the category of I work, if your niche is autoimmune, with women who have the autoimmune. But who are you speaking to? If you missed yesterday's live stream, I talked about this briefly. I want you to check it out on the business page, or if you're watching this on YouTube, I want you to go back and look at that video. Who are you speaking to? Is it busy moms? Is it corporate women? Is it couples? Is it family health? Is it women who are addicted to sugar, digestion issues? Where are they hanging out? What's their week like? What is the major wake-up problem? This is really imperative when you think also about your messaging, especially for those of you who are lifestyle coaches and mindset coaches. We don't wake up and go, oh, God, it's such a pain. I must read a Gabby Bernstein book. We don't have this when we're at 3 o'clock in the morning worrying. I must read Gabby Bernstein or pay my Showtron or do this emotional work. Maybe some, but I would say the majority wake up and say, I don't know if I'm going to get better. I don't know if my digestion will ever get better. I don't know if I'll lose this weight. I don't want to be touched. I feel like I'm a bad mom because I'm working so hard, or I'm not, I'm going into the gym and I'm not looking like the guys in there and I want to get my body back and I don't know what to do. Or I just got told that I have XYZ and I'm scared. That is the pain point. It's the internal soul messages. Of course, they can be physical. You want to get into X dress, you want to get into X jeans, but is that really the driving emotional point? No. Niching and the way that I teach it isn't just about defining who are the people you're working with. It goes deeper to that soul alignment of what are they really feeling? What is your dream client for you? Who do you really want to work with? And then think about, what do they need to hear from you? What do they struggle with? What do they look like? And what are the key marketing words that you need to have on your site? And remember, we talked about this, in each state, it's very different on what you can offer. For example, you don't want to say meal planning if you are in a orange state or a red state. That's not permitted. But if you're in a green state, maybe the verbiage on it is, you're a really busy, busy mom. So I offer this great meal planning service, and that can be one of your offerings in a 3-tier, offering at the bottom. You might want to say, that there are 3 ways to also work with you, and really define those 3 ways. How many of you, and I say this all the time, that 2 50-minute session is not going to get somebody in the door. People want results. So if you are in a red state, you want to not use the words that are, not permitted, but you want to coach on lifestyle changes. Those lifestyle changes are miraculous. They really are. Because those lifestyle changes, and this is where the mindset part comes in. Anybody can go on a diet, but do they stay in that transformation stage? Anybody can start a fitness plan, but do they continue with it? So I really encourage you, in the state that you are in, to make sure that you know your state laws for what a health coach is permitted and not permitted to do. And then create and evolve your practice around those keywords that people need to hear. So for example, how do you do a 3-tier to get for that strategy session to close people? I 100% believe when you are doing a 3-tier work with me, and this was somebody's work with me page. There was a 14-day cleanse, a single session, and 6 weeks to working with her. There are also many of you that had 3 levels. Maybe you offer a single session, a 2-month, and a 4-month. The reason and the way that I help my clients in my one-on-one to set up high value, high ticket 3-tier work with me pages is to feed into, not just saying 60-minute session. What are they getting in that 60-minute session? And remember, when you are speaking to somebody, even on a strategy session, what are they doing? They're going to your site. They're seeing that work with me page. It's so vital for somebody to see how valuable it would be and the difference between the 60 to the 2-month to the 4-month, or the 1 month to the 4-month to the 8-month. However you're strategically setting them up based on what you want to offer. And this also defines your system. If you're confused about what I mean when I say system, go look at yourhealthcoachbiz.com today. We are now, of course, delivering brand new programs, thyroid programs, 60-day weight loss, a probiotic challenge, brand new opt-in freebies, and the meal plan membership. You will see what I mean by the system. So those aren't delivered yet. They come out on November 16th at 7 p.m. But you will see the systems we lay out. Signature, Gateway, Mega. Why do I do that? Signature is your single session or your month. Non-committal. Non-committal. You know this isn't going to get rid of everything. This is for that non-committal person who needs to test you out. The 2-month. The system you're taking them through takes them through X results. Your 4-month involves the different programs phased into your work with me. So when you think about a 4-month, what is the system that they are going with you, or a 6-month program? Because it's not just, oh, we're going to work on mindset. That is huge. But somebody needs to know what are the steps that they need to do to achieve that Zen in their life. What are the steps that somebody needs to do to achieve weight loss results, or energy, or gut health, whatever it is. That is the power of the 3-tier. And that 3-tier is vital and necessary for you, especially if you want to thrive in your one-on-one and have the balance. Let's call this the beautiful balance. I don't think, for most people, you don't put all your eggs in one basket just to have an online program. You want to cultivate both. And there are people that are going to contact you for a strategy session, guys. Hear this. That do not ever want to do one-on-one or can't afford. Great. That's why you have a program. And for those of you who never want to work in the online space, you're offering this face-to-face. That could be 5 women, 10 women. Let's just take out my calculator. Let's say face-to-face you have a program, 10 women who come at 97 to be with you for a month, 2 calls with them, and you are supporting them in probably a Facebook group or support emails. That's $970. For many of you, that's far more than you're making. That's 10 people. Or maybe you say, you know, for a month at the high quality, I'm going to give 4 calls. I'm going to charge $187 times those 10, $1,870. If you did that 4 times a year, that's $7,480. Or maybe you say, hey, you know what? I want to just offer ongoing support for some of the people who come to me who can't afford. So that's why I'm going to charge women $67 a month to be with me in a support group, and you get 30 women. 2010. And they're going to be with you for 12 months. 24,000. Say they're going to be with you for 6 months. 12,060. Take it in, because this is how uncomplicated it can be. Now, you may be asking, people don't know me. Good question. I'm going to answer it for you. Authority isn't just built by putting a program on your site. We see this all the time. I see it constantly. That's not how authority is built. It will level you up. But when I put that on my site, I was doing videos, and I wasn't good at them, guys. I was doing videos on YouTube. I was blogging 1 to 2 times a week. I was posting on every social media channel. And I wasn't doing this all day. This was at the time when my kids were super, super young. Little babies. But I knew that that was the only way people were going to trust. They have to get to know you. So when you're thinking about your 3-tier, your niche, people need to hear a story. I talked about that yesterday. People need to know what are the different ways to work with you. This can even be how you set up the 3 different ways on your programs, which we've uncovered, or even on your work with me 3-tier. So I want to invite you to come to this intuitive sales funnel. I am going to be taking you step by step for how to build a funnel, not just in Infusionsoft or Entreport, MailChimp. Showing you simple, how do you build that funnel in like 15 minutes flat. Number 2, I'm also giving you gifts on this webinar. I want to give you a weight loss book you can use to build your list and nurture. See, Gary Vaynerchuk talks about something called jab, 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 right hook. too often what's happening in any industry, but especially like in an online space, is everyone's going right hook, right hook, right hook. And it's a fine dance in the launch process of your business. I don't mean online and offline. To jab enough times. Jabbing is when somebody gets to know you. Jab or jab gift, jab another gift, giveaway, challenge. And again, if you don't thrive in the online space, this is where it's important for you to replicate what I did. Do videos, do informational videos, get them onto YouTube, blog, and build your search engine optimization. And share, 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 and share. Interview people. Get to build yourself and your credibility. If you want to be in the online, but remember, you're still jabbing. You're not going in for the right hook constantly. That's the power of the sales funnel. Opt in, email 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, or email 1 through 3. What I'm going to be teaching you is the power and the importance of jabbing. It's giving a free gift. That's opt-in freebies. That's loving up your list so they get to know and trust you. So I'm also going to give you the sales funnel blueprint. I said this yesterday. No blueprint. No matter how many courses you take, downloads, videos you watch, and I've had clients say to me, I took these 5 courses and they all say something different. I'm like, exactly. The blueprint is a blueprint. The intuitive part comes into where you're really listening to soul and self and seeing what people are responding to. Are they responding to the sugar opt-in freebie that you had or the jump start? Do they like the word cleanse or detox? But what do your people want? That's the intuitive part. And your sales funnel has to also be crafted based on what you feel you can also handle as a coach. So this is exactly where you can sign up. You can also go right to rachelafeldman.com. We have an event section right there. And I encourage you to sign up for the event. We are not only doing this, I'm doing 2 webinars on how to niche your program after. I'm doing 12 live streams. And let me just tell you, the gifts this season are off the chart. Off the chart. So I encourage you, if you want to be in that first 250 buyers, or you want to be grabbing some sweet stuff, you want to sign up for this webinar because you will only get that amazing opportunity and the savings when you do. So I want to just step back and recap what I believe every coach needs to know is that there isn't this one way. Please let go of that. It's the same philosophy that we have about the magic bullet. If I would have held on to the magic bullet for my health, I would have wanted to myself. And I did feel that way when I was in my recovery from, ulcerative colitis and got bit by that fun Lyme tick. I'm so thankful that we caught that within an hour. Who knows? It was maybe a few hours because I was pregnant with my daughter and I didn't get Lyme at the full extent. Thank goodness. Because once you have an autoimmune, there's layers of that autoimmune. But what I can tell you is when I held on to that magic bullet philosophy, I was in a lot of sadness and pain, emotional, and am I going to find a solution? And when I let go of that and started listening to soul and spirit and my gut and wasn't looking for this magic, somebody just give me this magic thing to get my health, to get my business. Massive changes happened. I was able to intuitively know what should be on my sales page. Able to intuitively know and let go of that fear of perfection and screwing up and all that stuff that comes with building a business and going to that next level. So if you feel stuck right now in your business, if you're like, how do I get from A to Z? That's what we're going to be talking about. I'm also going to be talking about that in all these live streams after. And We're going to be going over list building and how to get known and seen. So if you live in a place that does not have the people who would possibly be hiring you left and right, doesn't mean that there's not people that you can find, but that comes when you have built that visibility and authority and had the confidence of knowing what system you are truly delivering to your clients. I look forward to seeing you guys. Have an amazing, amazing day. And don't forget that at the end of the day, your business needs to feel right for you. Nobody else, because you are the one getting strategy calls. You're the one on those phone calls. You're the one that is taking stuff to the next level. I look forward to supporting you. And again, you can sign up for this event right here, or you can also check out rachelafeldman.com/events. I will see you guys later.